welcome to the Jersey City Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Jersey City resident, and we do this live because you're concerned. And you don't want any old news, because if we weren't doing it live, it would be old news. It is live on Comcast 190. It is live on livestream.com, YouTube, Facebook, Google Chromecast, Apple TV, the Roku system. We're live everywhere. For that matter, there is a press conference going on the steps of City Hall, I believe, as we speak, about the Catan statue. We're going to talk about that in the show. Hopefully you're not down there. Well, actually, if you have Livestream and you download the Livestream app, you can watch our show on your smartphone, your tablet, any web-enabled device. So, yeah, you could be at Richie Borgiano and Mike Youn's press conference on the steps of City Hall, and you could be watching us on your smartphone. And how do you do that? You go to Livestream, download it. But you can also watch our shows on HMG TV shows, HMG TV shows. And you can tweet me at JC Hudson. I'm the easiest guy in the world. All those things should be flying around the screen there so you can get in touch with us. Got my coffee. Today's election day in Union City and Newark and in Bayonne. Weehawken also. In Weehawken, there is no opposition. Richie Turner will win immediately. In Union City, there's no opposition. As soon as Brian Stack votes for himself, he should have a celebration party right outside the voting booth, have a good time with the people, then go on vacation. Because Brian actually campaigns as if there's somebody running against him. We're going to talk about some of the Hudson County political situation here. And in Bayonne, you have a real race there. You got the incumbent, Jimmy Davis, up against the challenger, Jason O'Donnell, former assemblyman. There's another guy, Mitchell, in there. Yeah, I think he was put in there to rob votes from Jason. My opinion, guy's never run for anything before. He had no ticket. He's just in there as the mayor. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk about the Catan statue, as we refer to it in Jersey City as the Stabby Guy. We're going to talk about the new demo ordinance that was put in play here by the council about demolishing homes. We're going to have news from Trenton. We're going to start covering a lot of Trenton. We're going to talk about new jobs coming to Hudson County. In particular, in this spot, it's going to be on the border of North Bergen and Secaucus, not too far from the Home Depot in Seaside and Secaucus. And like I said, we're going to talk about the HCDO situation, closing streets. Weehawken did that. Leonia, New Jersey did it also. Turns out what they're doing, shouldn't have done that. We're going to talk about bikes. You bike people. I had a running Twitter battle going on over the weekend with the bike enthusiasts, and political figures who also follow me were amazed at the conversation and how narrow-minded some of these bike enthusiasts are. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show, and we're watching it live. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. The clock isn't worked. There we go. We got to get it on 8 minutes there. We're back. You're watching Jersey City Show. You're watching it live. It is live. And right now, live at City Hall. One of my freelancers, John Edmonds, he was with us for a while here in the studio, is covering it. Do we know John's his Addy? Minute Minute. Minute minute. Well, we'll see if we can find it and get it on the screen. Hopefully, John is streaming it by now. We got to figure out how to take that stream and put it on the screen. We won't do it today. But Michael Youn, Ward D councilman, I was with Mike yesterday. We were at City Hall together. And Richie Borgiano, Mike is Ward D council. Richie Borgiano is Ward C in Jersey City, the Journal Square area, are at City Hall having a press conference concerning the Catan statue. We call it Stabby Guy. Can you put Stabby Guy up there on the screen so everybody knows what we're talking? Anytime. There he is. Now, Catan, right? I think I'm pronouncing that right, Catan. It was a massacre ordered by Stalin during World War II. Russian soldiers just massacred like 20,000 Polish soldiers and civilians. And this statue has been on the waterfront there. It's very interesting if you look at the shot and you see the World Trade Center behind it, because they're both kind of terrorist attacks. Now, I don't want to try to make comparisons too much between the two. One was a military action, but it was a massacre. And it was a massacre against the people of Poland. There is a huge international issue here in Jersey City right now regarding that statue. Now, Matt Calley, Mr. DeMarco, who is one of the top guys at Matt Calley, are going to, with the city, jointly renovate that area. Yeah, make it more people-friendly, put some benches there, some amenities, that sort of thing. I didn't see the plans, but Mr. DeMarco made one huge error by saying the statue was gruesome. Now, I'm not an art guy. Dogs playing cards, that's art for me. It is a striking statue. You have a bayonet deep in the back of a Polish soldier. But that's how these individuals were killed. And that's what that's depicting. It's not trying to remind people of something good that occurred. It was a massacre. And they're going to renovate this area, and the statue was going to be moved. And the Polish community, the country of Poland, the Polish political figures, and many of our locals would like the statue returned when the area is renovated. Mayor Fulop has now definitely come out and said, that ain't going to happen. He is going to move the statue to Montgomery Street over by the library, the main library. In 1986, there was an ordinance for this statue to be erected there. The problem was the community, the Polish community, and the people who commissioned the statue felt that location wasn't large enough. And it didn't get any bigger, by the way. So it sat idle for a few years, and then during Brett Schindler, I think, 1991, they finally agreed to put it on the waterfront. And it really is the right place. I'm all in favor of keeping the statue where it is. As people come to the river of Lady Liberty, we have many reminders in that area, like the World Trade Center. It's an office building, but that's a real reminder to 9/11. The Statue of Liberty is, it lights the way for freedom. And as these ships and visitors come into New York and Jersey City and travel through the area, they see the statue. And it is striking enough that it will cause people to say, Google that. What is that statue? And then they learn the story of the Catan massacre. So it really is an appropriate place. But one of the things we need to do is there has to be a commitment to the actions of the past. A commitment can't last just during the reigning administration. The commitment was made in 1991 to install this statue where it is today by the Schindler administration. That commitment is made by the city, by the ruling council and mayor at that time, It is installed with great expense. You know, somebody got to pay for that statue, commission it, and it is installed there. Now, every time another mayor comes in and says, I don't like that statue, I want to get rid of it. Yeah, it just can't be at the whim of the mayor. Now, Mayor Fulop wants to relocate it to Montgomery Street, and, you know, Mayor Fulop is entitled to his opinion. Mayor Fulop is the mayor of Jersey City. He is not the king of Jersey City. There's a lot of voices that need to be heard on this. Listen, I'm heading down that pike with the 9/11 Memorial Fountain on Journal Square. The Kushners wanted to demo it. They would bulldoze it. And I had to put up a big argument and a fight over this. And I just, in the last 4 months, got Mayor Fulop to say, all right, you know, you can raise funds, get it taken care of. Now, Richie Borgiano, who is down at that press conference right now, had an agreement in place with the Kushners about renovating the fountain. So it's all right, they can renovate that, and I'll do the Circle of Honor that encircles it. There was a commitment made with the fountain in 2002 to commemorate and memorialize the 37 Jersey City residents who lost their lives on 9/11 by Glenn D. Cunningham, the mayor there. You know, when Jerry Healy came in, he said, well, I don't want a fountain there. You know, rip it out. We don't want a memorial there. There has to be a long-term commitment in perpetuity when administration agrees to do something, whether it's to commemorate, to memorialize, whatever the case is. And there's an investment that goes into that. You know, when we did the fountain back in 2002, I think engraving it, we raised, I think, 10, 15, I forget what it was, like 10 grand, 12 grand, something like that, to get that all engraved. And the city went in, and we never really fixed the fountain. You know, we never did the plumbing right there. But we got it to pump water, and we wiped out a lot of electronical musical instruments when we dedicated that fountain. But there has to be a long-term commitment from administration to administration. You know, every time we have a new mayor, a new council, it isn't like we just rip pages out of the book. We don't agree with that anymore. That's out. I don't care what that mayor said. Because, you know, you look at abatements, we don't go back and say, all right, you know, we got a new mayor. Well, we don't agree with those abatements. Rip it up. No abatement. No. It has to be long-term with these statues and monuments. All right, we're going to break for commercial. We'll pick this up. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show, and you're watching it live. We're live. We're live. You're live. We're live. If you're watching the show, you're alive. And it's live. This isn't a week later when we tape this and edit it and send it out. We're right on it. Actually, we're not too bad, even with the taping now, because we do the Tom's River Show. And we'll shoot the Tom's River Show during the week, and we'll get it up on Saturday. So we're cutting down even on the tape shows, the delays. In the old days, it was like a week and a half. You know, whatever news I was talking about was over. Getting back to the statue here, Stabby Guy. I know the Polish people don't like that, but that's exactly what we refer to the statue as. You know, why would an organization, a group, a VFW, an Elk Club, my case with the 9/11 Fountain, raise funds, commission work to have something installed to memorialize or commemorate, whatever the case is, a World War II, a Vietnam, 9/11, Catan here, statue, Columbus, whatever the case is, MLK, whatever we're talking about. when the next administration could just come in and say, I don't like that, I want it out of here. That's not it. When these statues are installed, now Columbus bounced all around the square. For a while, he was pointing the wrong way. I mean, we had to go back and straighten that out. And he's going to have to remain on Journal Square forever. And I know some people, when we do some renovation or we develop the hotel on the square site, they're going to say, whoa, we're going to do something. Columbus has always been on Journal Square. Well, let's put him on Columbus Drive somewhere. He should remain where he is. Jackie Robinson is in front of the Path Building. He should remain. You know, there's efforts, organizations, city, state, whoever has to be involved, work together to erect and install and dedicate these various monuments. And they're all reminders to the past. They all tell a story, almost like a headstone. You go to a grave, you see a headstone, you get a little story. The Jewish people, they really put a story on their headstone. Why do I know that? Because Johnny Burns from Burns Brothers Monuments and Memorial does a lot of the headstones for the Jewish faith, and they put a whole story. They engrave on both sides of the headstone. But it tells a story. And I don't know how many times I've seen in the string about this over the weekend, how many times I've seen the term, if you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it. And it's really true. If we don't learn from history, we are bound to repeat it. Allow the statue, Mayor Fulop, to stay there. You know, if City Hall sat and said, listen, Matt Calley doesn't want this statue outside their property because, it's a very striking statue. I don't want to use the words DeMarco used from Matt Calley, gruesome. But it depicts what the massacre was all about. And people are saying, it's Star Ledger, by the way, back Mayor Fulop, saying maybe it should be in a museum. I'm not sure what changed here in our mentality or political correctness. But, we're taking statues down. Christopher Columbus is being attacked. And put statues in museums. Statues of pigeons and for people outside. You're walking by or you're traveling by and you say, what's that statue for? And it makes you stop and ask that question. I rededicated the Blakesley Monument on Broadway. I should get a picture of that up here. On Broadway and Route 1 and 9, right outside Rita and Joe's. The monument was dedicated in 1931. Route 1 and 9 was redesigned a few times, and the monument remained. They actually engineered around the monument. Back in, I think, 2004, Glenn Cunningham's still alive. We're in Rita and Joe's, Glenn and I, and we're talking about this monument outside. Now, the dedication plaque had been stolen. Actually, the dedication plaque was stolen twice. The first time, then Mayor Jerry McCann recovered it. I think it was upstate New York somewhere, and Jerry had it reinstalled. Now, Jerry, being a Jersey City guy, should have realized you don't screw it back on because bad guys, and it was a brass plaque, also have screwdrivers. So McCann had it reinstalled, and it was gone again. And it was never to be seen this time. Nobody found it. And for years, it just said Blakesley Route. And Glenn D. and I were in Rita and Joe's one day, and we're talking, well, what is it? Is it the Lafayette's route? Was he a general? Was it the Underground Railroad? Was it a slave route? They have something to do with Washington, blah, blah, blah. So I said, all right, let's do some research. And this is before, Google. And whatever internet search, I think it was Prodigy at that time, we weren't coming up with anything with Blakesley. And went down to the Jersey Room, and we couldn't find much about Blakesley there either. Outside of a funeral card. Back in the old days, if you died, you had like a little palm card with the person's picture on it. And that's where we got the look of Blakesley. Then a little more research. Now, we thought he was a general, some prestigious position. We eventually found the original story of the dedication in the Jersey Journal from 1931. George E. Blakesley was the pioneer of the modern highway. He laid out Route 1 and 9 and various other highways, and that's why they put the monument there on 1 and 9. George E. Blakesley was also the founder of the Rotarians. So he was pretty prominent in his time. we went out and we recreated the plaque, not out of brass, so it won't be stolen again. And we reinstalled it, and it was a dedication plaque, rededicated. And I'll give you a quick story on it. John Burns did the plaques, and the dedication plaque on the back of the monument shows all the people who were involved in it. And at this point, Glenn D. Cunningham had passed on. So we're doing the plaque. John does all the engraving, a lot of it's computerized, how the template is made, and then John's people do the hand engrave. Somehow, at the bottom, you look at the monument, my name, because I'm a narcissist, should have been the largest font. Everybody else's fonts were a little smaller. Somehow, the computer messed up and made Glenn D. Cunningham's name the largest font, and mine went smaller font. And I'll never forget when Johnny called me. In fact, there was an error on the engraving. And I come down to look at it, and instead of my name being in larger letters, it was Glenn D. Cunningham. I'm looking at that and saying, you know, Glenn just got back to me from the grave. I said, let it go. The commitment to these monuments and memorials have to be in perpetuity and for eternity. That statue should be returned. I don't even want people to work on it because, you know, Peter Stuyvesant put a quick Pete up. He's never been returned to his location. And it's just sad, he's held hostage at the Hudson County Community College. He's supposed to be in front of the Bergen Avenue, the school there. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments, see emergency room wait times, and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport. Live like you want.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment. Adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintoproperties.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. You're watching Pat O'Melia. I'm watching you. Yeah, I can see you. Let me move on. Hopefully Mayor Fulop. Here's my call. Demo permits. Mayor Fulop. I 100% agree with what Mayor Fulop has done with demolition of various homes in Jersey City. There are people making a ton of money on Jersey City, but they're ruining neighborhoods, they're ruining the quality of life with these constructions. They're buying homes in Jersey City, knocking them down, and building the cookie cutters, or as Fulop got in trouble for saying, Bayonne boxes. Now, if you want to demo a home, there's a review process, and Mayor Fulop is looking at homes 50 years and older. You know, before you can just go down to Ray Myers and the gang at Building Construction, get a demo pit, and knock this down, there is going to be a review of that home. Is there a reason besides profit to knock that home down? Is there a redeeming value with the architecture of this home? I think they should put something in the ordinance about the home that, if the demo permit is awarded, that the home fits the neighborhood. And, you know, we're constantly trying to save parking in the Heights, and what happens with these demos, a lot of times there was no driveway or garage with these older homes. When they knock it down, they build these cookie cutters. There's a garage, there's a driveway, a parking spot is lost on that block. Now, without the driveway, that parking spot's, you know, it's roulette. You know, it's a rotation of parking. You may park there Tuesday, somebody else may park there Wednesday, but, you know, that spot's going to be open, you know, a few times during the 24-hour cycle. With a driveway, the only people that can park there are the owners. We really need to rework our zoning. Now, what Mayor Fulop did here with the demo permit, he put a Band-Aid on a situation in Jersey City, but he's holding these people off, at least for a review. And it'll be interesting to see what happens when the city reviews it. There's a historic preservation that's going to be part of it, a zoning officer. There's like a little committee there that will review the demo applications. I would strongly advise anybody who's going to buy a home to find out about. Now, again, these are speculators. These aren't people who are going to live in the home. They want to knock it down, build a cookie cutter, and, you know, make their $70,000, $80,000, maybe $100,000 profit. Make a quick move. But they destroy the character and the quality of life of that neighborhood when you take a parking spot out of the rotation. Some of these driveways are a little wider than they should be, too. We need to rework the zoning laws citywide with the thought of the future of these neighborhoods and a thought of the past of these neighborhoods. We know what worked before when all these homes didn't have garages or driveways. You know, those parking spots were in play all the time. We need to learn from what hasn't worked. And it's amazing, we've been moaning about this since 2001 when this home explosion began. And people, you know, they wanted to put driveways in. We put a moratorium in that you couldn't put a driveway in front of your house. Couldn't do it. That's where a lot of illegal driveways started popping up. Back in 2001, people still put them in anyway, because it was taking parking away from the neighborhood. You go up like Lincoln Street off Central, you see what happens to a neighborhood when everybody has a driveway. But my problem with the zoning laws now, if a person can buy a house, demo it, build a new one, and put a garage and a driveway in there, why does that person's property rights trump mine just because I didn't knock down a home? I didn't build a home that doesn't fit in the character of my neighborhood. My home is Jersey City history, but I can't put a carport or a driveway in. See, there's a problem with the zoning. If a new home can get a driveway, then if I have enough room where I can put a car in front of my house, then I should be allowed to put a driveway there. If these cookie cutters or Bayonne boxes are allowed to do it also. And the great thing is, you know, cars have gotten a lot smaller than back in the 50s and the 40s and the 60s. Now, a lot of these homes, like the home I live in the Heights, is built 151 years ago. You know, there was no cars. There was a bunch of horses. For that matter, the whole area was once a big mansion there, and it was an industrial area at one time. My house was something industrial. You know, hay, and there's big ovens in the house where they were making horseshoes or what have you. I have enough room to put a carport in front of the house. You know, I'm not going to park a 60 Caddy. I probably couldn't park my 64 Dodge there because the Dodge is like 17 and a half feet. But you know, my Audi wagon, my Kia, they'd both fit there fine. You know, GMC Jimmy, my kids' PT Cruiser, they'd fit in there fine. You'd have enough room to walk. So we need to go and look back at those zoning rules. The other thing is, what is there will be there unless there is a variance issued. In other words, if you buy, say you buy my house, and you want to knock it down and build a cookie cutter and have a garage and a driveway, stop. You can't build that garage and driveway because there was none there before. So if you want a garage and a driveway, then you need to apply for a variance. And in that variance, you will have to go to the neighbors on that street and get the neighbors to sign off. You know, my kids bought a home in Seaside Heights. And in the summer homes, they didn't put heaters in. They didn't have furnaces because people were just staying there in the summer. They didn't care what the hell happened in the winter. They weren't there. People didn't live there. For the owner they bought the house from, he wanted to put furnaces in. He had to go get permission from everybody in like a 3-block radius to put those furnaces in. That's the same thing that should apply here. What was there will be there unless there's a variance. And that variance, not from a committee of people, that should be second part of the stage. First part is you take your little application and you go to the neighborhood and say, I would like to put a driveway in. And really, what it's really saying is, I would like to take a parking spot off the block forever, in perpetuity for this house. You're going to have a hard time getting that sign. So that's how we need to go back and look at these zoning laws. We need, especially since we have a pretty, you know, kind of a lot of new people on this council, go back and revisit these zoning laws and rewrite them, reflecting the needs of today with a look at yesterday. We're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're watching it live. You're live. I'm live. Comcast 190, Facebook, YouTube. My guys are looking at the press conference down there in Jersey City. We're trying to figure out how we can possibly get it up on our screen now. There's this couple of steps we need to take. We need to figure that out. This streaming thing is still, it's something we've got to make a decision on. Are we going all in on streaming, or do we stay with Comcast and Cablevision? I have a problem with that because Cablevision doesn't allow me to go live. Comcast can. If I stay with any of the cable networks, it'll probably be Comcast. Let's go to Trenton. Am I ready to go to Trenton? Let's go to Trenton. What's happening in Trenton? Why am I talking about Trenton in the Jersey City Show? Because we're thinking about doing a state assembly show, because you should know what's coming out of Trenton before it comes up and bites you on the butt. Governor Murphy has signed the property tax workaround. Now, the workaround is that you can make charitable donation to your municipality in lieu of property taxes. See, the tax changes from the feds capped your property tax deductions federally at $10,000 a year, the same as they're capped statewide at $10,000 a year. And everybody in Trenton got all upset about this. Again, it's the same cap we have New Jersey-wise. You notice they still haven't raised the cap for the New Jersey tax. And they say, well, you know, because of the unfairness of those federal cuts, we're going to raise ours to $20,000. No, they didn't do that. They kept it at 10. Now, the workaround is said to have been vetted by tax professionals and accountants, and I think a couple of wizards and a few Merlins were in there, and they've come up saying this is legal. Where they did not vet it was with the Internal Revenue Service or the Congress. See, as I understand, only Congress can make these kind of changes. You know, what happens if you don't want to make a charitable donation? Can they put a tax lien on your property because you didn't want to make a charitable donation? You know, a charity, you know, we're talking about the fire victim program we'd like to do. And we want to raise funds for when a mass fire occurs. We recently had one where like 40 people are homeless. And, you know, this Red Cross and various agencies put them in, like, you know, these motels. Yeah, you got a wife and kids and, you know, family in a motel room. I would like to be able to go out and help them get back on their feet quickly. One of the very important, renter's insurance. But, you know, when money's tight, you know, that $20 for rental insurance a month, maybe that's something you forego. But if you want to have a 501c3 for charitable deduction, you have to have a purpose, a stated purpose. You just can't take charitable donations for anything. So this is where I have a problem seeing how this is going to work. I don't see how Jersey City can devise a bunch of charitable organizations within City Hall. And now we're going to have a couple of new city halls. You got the one up on MLK, so maybe we'll have the charitable section of Jersey City City Hall, where I can decide, instead of paying property tax, I will make a donation to street sweeping. You know, I mean, right, my taxes are $14,000. You know, Ward E, yeah, you guys got hit up, you know, pretty bad. And for that matter, hopefully we got time, we'll talk about the revolt that's going on. I'm going to write my taxes to Jersey City street sweeping. I don't see how that's going to work. Or Jersey City pothole repair. I don't know about that. And like I said, they have not vetted this with the Internal Revenue Service or Congress. Yeah, they vetted it within New Jersey. They probably vetted it with people that are sympathetic to, you know, Murphy and the cause. Now, there's a lot of individuals in the state saying, well, what happens if this isn't, you know, allowed by the IRS? Who's paying the interest and penalty? And that's not in there. You know, can you force somebody to make charitable donations? You know, I got to read. It's where the devil is in the details. And I tell you, these laws that come out of Trenton here are like friggin' volumes. You know, if your property taxes are $16,000, do I pay the $10,000 cap and then $6,000 in donations to, which I can't see this working, potholes or street sweeping? Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be allowed. Now, on the flip side, I'm starting to wonder about Murphy and tax consistency. Now, Murphy's looking to cut your homestead rebate, and this is really important to the seniors, by 50%. You know, like, wait a minute. You know, he's raising this, he's raising that. We're trying to give free community college, and we're investing heavily in New Jersey Transit, and we're going to invest heavily in drug programs, and I don't know what you're going to call it. I wouldn't even say investments. So we're going to fund that. But on the flip side, I'm going to take money away from the seniors. Now, when you reach that, I'm saying, when you hit 70 in Jersey, yes, it should be a free ride the rest of the way. And I really have a problem. One of the things I'm talking to Mayor Fulop about with senior citizens in Jersey City is, unless you're destitute, there isn't a lot of help you can get. You know, I know some seniors that by the middle of the month, they're having a hard time making ends meet. I mean, seriously, you know, if they had an extra $300-400 to cover co-pays or, you know, food, you know, and some of these people, I know one guy who is trying to get assistance, went to the VA, they were turned down by the VA. Food stamps, he got food stamps like, you know, $18 in food stamps. But, you know, if you're completely destitute, you know, we'll throw all sorts of money. If you have a little, there's not a lot of help for you. But we'll let you go into destitute, then we'll give you help. You know, I as much as we can do for seniors, we should do. And I made my feelings known on all these other programs, Second Chance and drug programs and all, that we want to fund and help. And yet, here I am hurting seniors with the homestead. No, those are the ones I have to protect the most, seniors and the disabled. You know, their days of earning money are done. And it's, like I said, it's really sad if a senior owns a home, it has a little bit of a pension and Social Security, they can get very little assistance from the states or the feds because, well, you own a home and you're getting Social Security, so we're not going to help you. But by the 16th of the month, they're stretched out. They don't have a lot of money. They got to make some real decisions that they self-medicate or they skip a meal, that sort of thing. And those are the people I need to help. Cutting their homestead rebate is not the answer. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show, and yes, I like to fix my collar, my lapel. I got to play with my watch a little bit. It's kind of my thing. So, again, Governor Murphy, stay away from the homestead rebate. Seniors, they need like every nickel they can get. Film tax credit may be coming back into New Jersey. It was done away with Chris Christie. A lot of people feel Chris Christie did it because he didn't like Snooki and the Jersey Shore gang. Chris Christie's explanation was these film companies make a tremendous amount of money. If you look at Avengers: Infinity Wars, it hit $1 billion faster than any other production. Should Marvel receive a tax credit? You ever wonder why you always see that Georgia peach in Marvel? Because they shoot a lot in Georgia because they get these tax credits. Really, should a company like Marvel receive tax credits? Probably not. Now, North Bergen, you didn't know this, but they had a lot of shows. You know, I think the cop show, the name SCI. I think that was the one. CSI? CSI? They were shooting in North Bergen in a warehouse, very similar to this warehouse, was their set. And when the tax credits left, so did they. Now, Nick Sacco, you know, he was fighting to keep those tax credits because, you know, the actors weren't so much local, but the supplies they were getting were local. They would go to the Home Depot for set supplies. It's the same things I do. I run the Home Depot. The lunch truck guy, the catering people, everything we do, they were doing, and everything was sourced locally. So there was money coming into North Bergen. So Nick Sacco was like, don't cut this tax credit, but it was cut. But yeah, you kind of understood where Christie's talking about. You know, if you're going to have a major motion picture filming here with budgets of $150 million, why the hell are you getting a tax credit on New Jersey? I agree the tax credit should be there because we got a lot of kids that are going from the colleges, they're learning, drama and editing and, everything to do with video, and there's no places for them to get employment. So I'm in favor of that because I believe it creates jobs. Now, are they permanent jobs? No, most of our industry is all freelancers. We go from project to project to project. For that matter, I think in Hudson County, this is the only production studio. Think about that. Whole damn county, this is it, the only production studio. The only studio in Hudson County that produces television shows on a weekly basis, and that's us. There's something wrong with that, isn't it? Again, from Trenton, the governor has agreed to the contract with the governmental unions, the Communication Workers Association, that represents about 35,000 state workers. The new contract will cost the state of New Jersey $150 million a year. I don't know where we're getting $150 million a year. Now, again, we didn't get the pot revenue. We don't have the sports betting revenue. We keep adding taxes. We are the #1 tax state. Not sure this was in the best interest of the people in New Jersey. And now, listen, I don't want to say the employees, not get a fair wage, but $150 million, that's a lot of money. Somebody's got to pay for it. That somebody would be you. On the flip side here, the state has rejected the application for Liberty National in Jersey City to expand their golf course. They weren't going to add 3 new holes. There wasn't going to be a 22-hole course. They were going to relocate the last 3 holes to lengthen the park and put some more amenities in there, some more revenue increasing amenities, and create some jobs. Now, Liberty State Park is a very big piece of land. Liberty State Park costs you, the taxpayers in New Jersey, somewhere between $3.5 and $4 million a year. Somehow, some way, we need to start cutting these expenses to the people in New Jersey. Whatever money you could get from that expansion of that golf course and the expansion of the marina to cut the expenses of Liberty State Park that you're paying for, people say, well, $3.5 million, $4 million is a drop in the bucket in the state of New Jersey. Well, you start putting enough drops in this cup, you can take a drink. And the people from New Jersey would like to take a drink because they're thirsty. Between the marina and the golf course, and keep in mind with the marina, which is probably one of the reasons they haven't issued a decision on that yet, there is a very pricey bulkhead that has to be repaired and replaced, and to the tune of $40 to $50 million. Now, I love how people just say, well, let the state bond for that. Well, who do you think pays those bonds? You. Now, the marina, they want to expand, and they're going to pay a monthly rate for the new expansion, plus they're going to pay for that bulkhead. Now, here's how I'm looking at it. I may be goofy. If I can get these 2 entities to cover as much of that $3.5, $4 million a year maintenance expense of Liberty State Park, and get the marina to pay that $40, $50 million bulkhead repair replacement, and not go to you, the taxpayers in New Jersey, I think that's a win-win. Again, in the big picture, when you're talking budgets for the state of New Jersey in the billions, I think it's, what is it, $36 billion, something like that. $40 million is, again, that's a drop in the bucket. Just bond for it. Like I said, get enough drops in that bucket, you can drink. Cut the expenses, get revenue from the golf course and the marina, let the marina take care of that bulkhead, then enter a shared service agreement with Jersey City and the county of Hudson and the state to, again, whatever's left after the revenue from the 2 expansions from maintenance and upgrades, split that up between the 3 entities to the cheapest way of maintaining it. Jersey City's here. The county of Hudson is here. Do I have to send state employees or state private contractors to Liberty State Park to do repairs and maintenance when I got the city of Jersey City and the county of Hudson here? It would be cheaper if we shared services. We can make some money on this. That's what we need to do. All right, you're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're figuring out, we can't tell time at the end here. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Pat O'Melia here, you there, blah, blah. Let's put some bike people up. Show me some bike people in bike lanes here, Greg, if you would be so kind. Now, over the weekend, I had a running Twitter battle with a bunch of, see, here's some bike lanes. Not sure where this is, but I want you to look at the width of the street where they got the bike lanes. There's 2 lanes in each direction. You could put a bike lane there. You see, in Jersey City, there are very few roads that have 2 lanes in each direction. Most of our streets are very narrow. Kennedy Boulevard, you got 2 lanes. Parts of Montgomery are 2 lanes. Washington Boulevard, you got 2 lanes. There are very few. Most of them are Central, Summit, Palisade, Newark Avenue, Broadway. They're all 1 lane each direction. To put a bike lane in Jersey City, a protected bike lane, we don't have the room in our streets. And what these bike enthusiasts, or somebody said yesterday, nuts, would want is to take what they call private car storage off the streets. And you and I know it is parking. If the bike enthusiasts ever think we're going to take away parking to put in the bike lane, they are effing kidding themselves. That is not going to happen. For that matter, with the political figures who were witnessing and reading those texts, they realized, and it's what we were discussing, there's no talking to them. They want to have these bike lanes. Here's the problem. There isn't enough bike traffic in Jersey City to warrant. You got any other bike lanes back stuff there? I like the congested ones. We're going to go out, Mike and Greg and our guys, and we're going to film some of the Jersey City bike traffic. There isn't enough bike activity in Jersey City to warrant the investment of the protected bike lanes or bike lanes, period, in my opinion. City Bike is closing location. They're talking about relocation. They're closing it. There wasn't enough use. On an average day in Jersey City, I may see 6 bikes. I will see 1,000 cars, 2,000 cars a day. Our streets are too narrow. Buses are 102 inches wide. Most of your delivery vehicles, tractor trailers, are 102 inches wide. Cube vans are 102 inches wide. The UPS truck, I believe, they're all 102. Our lanes aren't wide, and most of our streets are 1 lane each direction. We don't have room. But throughout time, there have been bikes. People ride bikes. And usually kids. No adult is on a bike because you're not going to go out on a date on a bike. You're not going to go food shopping on a bike. Put it this way. It's not a practical mode of transportation, daily transportation. It's nice recreation. My wife was saying in Seaside, when we're down there on a weekend, maybe I'll get a bike and I can bike around. And I said, well, I'm not sure you want to do that during the summer because there's a lot of traffic down there. But if you want to go down in the winter and bike around, pretty empty down there. It is not a practical. Say you want to go down the shore. You going to bike down the shore? Of course not. It's not practical. You're not going to ride bikes. And you had some idiots on Twitter. Well, if it's raining, I'll ride my bike. If it's snowing and freezing out, I'll ride my bike. If it's icy, I'll ride my bike. No, you're not. A week or so ago, it rained like every day. I didn't see anybody on bikes. The city bikes the racks were full. Nobody, you got to have common sense to get out from the effing rain. Almost cursed. These people don't see that. So we're going to go out and we're going to film some of these. And I also want to show how bike enthusiasts just don't pay attention to the rules of the road. And they are as responsible to the rules of the road as the vehicle is. They're no different. They don't get any, waiver because they're on a bike. All right, Hudson County. After today, the local elections will be done. And what's up next is the HCDO chairmanship, where it is Brian Stack against an opponent unknown at this point. Who will be the opponent against Brian Stack? Well, they have talked to many people. Nobody of substance wants to run against Brian because you're going to get squashed like a bug. The only one that has any kind of chance in Jersey City would be Tom DeGeese himself. Now, Tom is trying to recruit someone to run against Brian Stack, and he wants a Jersey City person because, let's be realistic, you are not going to prevail against Brian in North Hudson. He is revered in Union City. He is respected through the rest of North Hudson, whether it's North Bergen, Weehawken, West New York, they all know Brian Stack. He has mined that constituency base for the last 20 years. Everybody knows Stack. So the only place that DeGeese thinks he has a shot is Jersey City. And Mayor Fulop just won with 78% of the vote. I don't think Tommy has a shot there. But if he can show a weakness to Fulop's organization, maybe he's hoping Stack has second thoughts. I sincerely doubt there will be any true competition for Brian Stack to become the chair of the HCDO in June, and there will be complete revamping. The mega powers, Brian and Fulop, will reshape the HCDO. Will it be for the better? I don't know. I have a lot of confidence in the constituency base of Brian Stack on how he works. So you're going to be very constituent-driven with Brian Stack. And I hope Fulop learns a lot from there and goes along with that. It'll be an interesting next 4 weeks. All right, we're out of the show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you Thursday on the Hudson County Show. Good night.